Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of live counter review using technical analysis. So for today, the flow will be same as per usual. First up, I'll go through the economic calendar, then some of the indices and commodities, followed by some of the sectors like the FAANGM, US Bank, Semicons, and EV. And last but not least will be the counters that you have dropped in the Q&A. Yeah. So for the Q&A, I'll go through the US counters first. Then afterwards, if you have any SG or Hong Kong counters, if time permits, I'll go through them as well. Yeah, so first up, looking at economic calendar, quite a lot of stuff going on this week. There's some IMF meetings going on. There are also some Fed speaks throughout the week as well. Okay, then let me see. Wednesday, we have the usual crude oil inventories data at 10:30 p.m. And Thursday, also the usual jobless claims at 8:30. Then also building permits at 8:30 as well. Also S&P Global manufacturing as well as services PMI. That will be out Thursday 9:45 p.m. So something to think of as well. New home sales at 10 p.m. Thursday. Then going to Friday, we have durable goods orders data at 8:30 p.m. And also the Michigan inflation and consumer expectations. That's at 10 p.m. So that's roughly it for the economic calendar. Then we're also entering to the thick of the earnings season as well this week. Yeah, with some companies reporting earnings like Tesla. Then next up about indices. First, I'll go through first. I'll talk about Bitcoin first. I think Bitcoin interesting. Because actually, it looks like it's possibly starting to break out of this very long term this downtrend channel over here. So it's more of a look, but looking back even longer term, it looks like a bull flag, which has been consolidating very long since the peak was made here middle of March this year. So I think interesting, looks like it's trying to break out of this resistance. If price is able to maintain above this recent breakout level of about 67.7K, I think it's positive. It's positive, more bullish for Bitcoin going forward. We could see some continued rise ahead. Yeah, for now, still quite some resistance ahead. Previous resistance over here around 70,000, which was this swing high over here in end of July before it just went down a lot over here. And so this will be a resistance thing in the short term. Then going ahead, then the next level of resistance will be around 72K level, which was this double top previously in end of May to start of June. Yeah. So still some resistance ahead for Bitcoin, but I think overall it's looking better in this short term. The next one I'll talk about is Dow Jones. So for Dow Jones, I think still very strong, new all-time high closing on Friday. So looks like it's heading towards this projected target level from this range breakout over here. So that's about the target level is about 43.4K. Currently it's about 43.3K. Yeah, so I think after 43.4K, the next resistance probably closer to about 44K. And so overall, in terms of trend wise, I think it's still very strong. Yeah, we might see we have a consolidation here again, or continue to head upwards. As long as price continue to remain above this 42.6K breakout level, I think it's still very strong uptrend. And next one is Nasdaq. So for Nasdaq, I think also looking better last week. So over here, we had a breakout of this resistance at 18.3K over here on last Monday, and retest found support and continue just trade sideways. So for now, maybe it's a bit of a range consolidation. But if you can overcome the resistance, over here last week at 18.5K, we could see the index actually retest the all-time high back in middle of July, which is around 18.6K over there. Yeah. So next, I think it's looking better after last week as well. Then for S&P also very strong, new all-time high closing on Friday as well. Looking quite similar to Dow in terms of the chart wise. Yeah, so for now, some resistance around 5870. You can break above this. I think next level will be around 5,900 and followed by 5950. Yeah, then for a short term support wise, will probably be the swing lows from last week around 5,800 to about 5840. Yeah, so overall still strong uptrend for S&P. Then next one I'll talk about is gold. Gold also very continue its uptrend, just climbing every day since Tuesday. We are break out this short-term downwards resistance line at 2650 about there, then continue to form a new all-time high as of now. So for now, I think next resistance level probably around 2750 to 2800 area. Still a very strong uptrend over here for gold. The next one is oil. So for oil, seeing some a bit of some uh, 'cause last week continued to last week wasn't so good. I think because uh came back down below this 72.5 level, okay, which is this key horizontal where price resistance over here, then found support, but then couldn't maintain over here. So came back down. So looking a bit more weak in the near term. But I think for now, maybe probably some consolidation hit as there's some near-term supports nearby from this swing low over here around $67. And there's also the short-term upward support line as well. So I think 67 would be a short-term support. Resistance will be this recent breakdown level around $72. So maybe some consolidation hit for oil. And for VIX, I think still nothing too much, just range consolidation. So resistance still around 22 to 24. Some support around here around 17 to 18. Yeah. And for copper as well, so I think nothing too much for now. Our price some rebound from retesting 4.3 this previous resistance, a bit of a rebound, but some like resistance they expected near to around 4.5, which was a breakdown level. So that's it for the indices and commodities. Next sector I'll talk about is the FAANGM sector. So I'll start with Meta. For Meta, I think a bit of short-term weakness last week, since it was very strong previously, then a bit of weakness set in with the breakdown of this very short-term upwards channel over here. And then looking at the moving averages, we're also seeing price close below this 5 and 10-day moving averages on Tuesday as well. So currently we are seeing a bit of a sideways over here at a support level at around 576. So 576 was this previous consolidation resistance over here before price broke out. So over here, price must be able to hold, as well as it's also a 20-day MA area. Must be able to hold here and bounce for this strong trend to actually continue. Then if not, we might see some further pullback downwards, maybe towards like the next support level, which is closer to about 560, 563 over here, the lower end of this previous consolidation. And then some short-term resistance will be probably this 590 to 600. So maybe if over here you can find support, maybe we'll see some consolidation. If not, we might see a bit of a deeper pullback to test the lower levels ahead. Some weakness after I think a very strong run over here recently. So next up is Amazon. Yes, for Amazon, I think just quite sideways last week over here. They are just consolidating between 185 to about 190 still. But I think still positive overall because price is still holding above this upward support line over here. And then looking at the horizontal level as well, 185, this resistance continue acts as a support. So still positive. If price can break above the high, this range resistance at 190, we could see a retest of the recent high at 194, 195 again. Yeah, so that's for Amazon. Okay, I think Apple is also looking still quite similar to Amazon in my opinion as well. Still looking more positive. Price there was a price tried to break out of this 233 strong resistance last week, and then looks like it's still closing above it at the end of the week. So I think it's still rather positive. Also, we have this upward support line holding price as well. Previously, there was this consolidation between 223 to 233. So I think with that, the price can continue to remain above these swing lows of about 230 to 233 area. I think we still positive. We could see some new highs ahead if we can break above 237, the July high level, as well as this swing high form on Tuesday last week. So that's for Apple. And next one, Netflix. Yeah, there was earnings. So after earnings, very jumped up 11%. So based on this, we tested this trend line resistance over here. So let's see whether price pulls back a bit or continues to go ahead this week. So I think still very hard to tell after the sell earnings. But overall, I think looking at the mid to long term chart, I think still positive because previously, prior to the earnings, there was a bit of a consolidation going on. So I think there's still room to actually go high if you can sustain above this. If you can go above this trend line resistance. So let's see how it goes. The next up is Alphabet, Google. So for Google, I think still nothing much. But a bit of weakness last week because price looks like it still tried to close below this 163, 164 horizontal level. So if that continues, I think price could actually test the low end of this range again, which is around 160 for some support again. So I think overall still quite range bound for Alphabet mainly between 160 to 168 for the time being. Okay, the next one is Microsoft. So for Microsoft, I think still nothing too much, just some sideways price action over here. But still some weakness because it's still under 426, this breakdown level over here. So, but I still think support should come in around 407. This level should be able to hold. So just some sideways consolidation for time being. So that's it for the FAANGMs. Then I'll move on to the financial sector. So first I'll talk about the XLF ETF. Yeah, so for XLF, I think still very strong. Since the breakout of 45.70, the price is just continue to go upwards and holding above the 5-day MA support, which is around 47.3 now about there. So I think still very strong trend overall. I think I'll still expect this this trend to actually carry on this week as well. Then going into the individual banks, the first up is JP Morgan. So JP Morgan price action last week, I think positive, generally in a bit of a consolidation, but is doing it at the prior swing high resistance over here at 224. I think overall that's still quite strong. Price is also maintaining above the 5-day moving average over here. So I think if that holds, if we do see a breakout of about 226, and we could see higher highs going in, yes, given the strong price action we've seen. Okay, then next up is Bank of America. Bank of America also looks like a bit of a consolidation going on. Price is still at the 5-day MA currently as well. Still overall still quite strong. Some short-term support will be this area over here, which is around 41.7 to 42.2 area. So as long as price can maintain over here and hit higher, I think it's still quite strong. Next resistance level for Bank of America probably at this mid-July levels, around 44.1 level here. Yeah, then for Wells Fargo, I think overall still looking good as well. Price continue to just trend higher and maintain above this previous high at 62. Yeah. So also holding above the 5-day MA as well. So I think overall still very strong trend. Some short-term support will probably be this 62 to about 63.3. Yeah, then if you can hold this area and break out above 64.8, I think we could see higher highs again. And last but not least, Citigroup. For Citigroup, Citigroup looks like is the one as compared to the three banks mentioned earlier, I think it's the weakest currently. Because after the earnings, there was this it was open at resistance 67 over here, then sold off over here, sold off towards the previous resistance level here around 62.8. A bit of a bounce, then Friday closing around this level as well. So I think a bit of a weakness currently. If price break below the lows over here, I think we could see some continued weakness ahead to test the next support levels over here, which is like 61.1, then followed by about $60. Yeah, so a bit weak. Citigroup looking a bit weak compared to the other three banks currently. Okay, then next sector I'll talk about is the semicons. So first I'll talk about the Philadelphia Semicon Index, SOX. So SOX, I think initially start of the week it was it was looking good. I saw it was potentially breaking out this ascending triangle built up over here above the neckline of 5315. But then I think after ASML then just broke down over here and continue to remain underneath it. So I think if price is unable to reclaim back about this resistance level, we could see a bit of weakness still going ahead for the index. It might go to retest the recent support level here around closer to about 5,000 to 5,100 area over here. Yeah, so let's see whether it can reclaim back above this level over here, or else we might see some continued weakness ahead. Yeah, then next up, talking about Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia last week managed to retest the previous all-time high over here back in June at 140.7. Yeah, then currently just a bit off those levels. But I think looking at the short-term trends, it's still okay. I think some support over here for now will be around 134 to about 136 area. So this was like a breakout level over here, as well as the 5 and 10 day moving averages. So I think as long as price is still holding above this very short-term MAs, if it does a bit of a consolidation over here near this all-time high resistance, there's still a possibility that price could go higher. Yeah, but then if it just pull back further, then I think you might see price come to test the lower end of like 130, 131 this area, okay, to do a bit of bridge consolidation. So let's see how it goes, whether it's able to maintain at the highs. Okay, then for AMD, I think a bit of weakness last week. So for AMD, broke below this level at 159, 160 over here, this swing more support. It remain underneath it, as well as is under the 5-day moving average as well. So with that, I think we could see maybe still some weakness in the short term to retest the next support level will be about closer to 140, 148, 150, this area over here. Yeah, and then we also have this upward support line things as well. So maybe a bit of a weakness ahead if it can't get back above 160, which is this support turn resistance level over here for AMD. Yeah, then next up is TSM. So for TSM, I think after the results there was a huge gap up over here, but then for Friday we saw a little bit down. Overall, I think so as price after the earnings is still able to maintain about 192, 193 this previous double top level. I think it's still overall then in the short term wise, if it price does a little bit of retracement, let's see whether it's able to get support from the 5-day and continue to rebound higher. But I think for now, still quite early to tell. Since after the earnings, this gap up over here, and we might see a bit of a consolidation ahead still in the near term. Yeah, the next one is also another one is that reported earnings ASML. So ASML, I think, huge sell off over here. Generally, I think it's trading within this downward channel over here. Yeah, so over here around 690 over there, I think is some support in the short term. Given there is also this previous horizontal support previously back in stop this year. So I think after the earnings, it kind of erased the gains made over the year over here. So I think we could see a bit of a bounce ahead, but definitely some short-term resistance ahead from this level around 750 about there. If it does retest the 5-day moving average, then go ahead, next resistance level will be around 770. Yeah, some short-term resistance for ASML. Okay, next one is Marvell. And so Marvell last week managed to break above looking better because managed to break above this resistance of 70, 78, 70, 40, 70, 50 about there. Yeah, so as long as price can continue to maintain about this resistance level, I think it's more positive. Then next resistance level it could test is this previous swing high close to 85.50. Yeah, for Marvell. Then for Micron, I think yeah, some rebound last week, some rebound as well. Overall, I think still okay. Looks like a U shape over here. As long price is still maintaining above last week price still maintaining above this breakout level 104. Still holding above 5 and 10-day MAs over here as well. So I think here retest of the earnings highs over here at 114. Some short-term support will be around here at 109, this breakout level as well at the 5-day MA. So we might see a bit of a consolidation. If price is able to form still higher lows, then I think there's a breakout of 114, then price would still hit higher for Micron. Next resistance level, I would think it's about closer to 120 about there for Micron. Okay, then for Broadcom, I think looking like a bit of a consolidation ongoing at resistance. So after retesting this resistance at 184, 185, price just sort of did a bit of consolidation, but still holding this resistance over here as support at 176. So just some sideways between 176 to 186. As long as price can still hold these swing lows, I think it's still okay for this bullish trend to continue. Then we see whether there's a breakout of 186 to form higher highs again. And last but not least, I'll talk about Intel. Now for Intel, I think nothing too much, still just some sideways consolidation. As long as price is still holding above this 2180 level, I think it's still okay. Then some short-term resistance will be this level at 2370, then followed by 2460 over here. So just some range trading going on. Then next one is EVs. So EVs start off with Tesla first. Tesla, yeah, still very much sideways over here between like 215 to about 223, 224. Yeah, so going ahead, looks like some resistance could come from a 10-day average coming down soon. Maybe like 227, 228 currently some resistance. Okay, then I think yeah, some support will still come from this 215 level. So I think maybe still a bit of a sideways prior to the earnings. Then I think let's see after earnings how it moves. Below 215, next support level will be around 203 or there. Then above this 225, next strong support level will be around 233, 232, 233 over there. Yeah, next one I'll talk about NIO. So NIO, a bit of a still looking a bit rather weak now currently. So price is still below the 5-day moving average currently. And then over here, because it wasn't able to hold this 560 resistance level as a support. So price came down lower to test like close to 5 over here. Yeah. So a bit of a pullback currently. I think there might be a downwards resistance line over here. Yeah, it might be respecting this downward resistance line for a time being. Until it can break above it, I think a bit of a weakness in that deal. So some support will be $5, then followed by next support level down will be closer to about 450. Yeah, so maybe a bit of still weakness ahead for NIO. And then for XPeng, also some weakness. So last week we saw a breakdown of this level at $12 over here. So price pullback. Currently at a first support level, which is around like $10 to 50 this area over here. Yeah. So price must maintain over here. If not, we could see some further pullback. So given it's also quite similar to below 5-day MA as well. So we might if this 980 level cannot support, then we might see some lower further pullback towards like $9, 920 that area next. Okay, then last one is Rivian. So for Rivian, I think overall, yeah, just some sideways consolidation, but overall still not showing strength yet. Still at $10 support level, but still forming lower highs along the way. I think unless price is able to get rid of these MA resistances short term, as well as try to break above $11, I think could be still weakness currently. Below $10, next support level is around 920 about it. Okay, that's for the the indices, sorry, I think the sectors. I'll cover the questions you all have in the Q&A chat now. Okay, hi, good evening, Sharon. Next two support resistances for TSM, Dell, and Micron. Okay, TSM covered just now. TSM resistance wise, I think very short term, we might be looking at like 206 as well as 210 about there. Support wise, I think will be around 193, 194 over here. That's first level of support, which was this prior top. If it goes a bit lower, then next level around 185 there. Okay, then for Dell, yeah, for Dell, I think there's some resistance currently at 131, which was this swing level over here as well as this current resistance. Then next one above 131 will be around 137, which was this breakdown level previously in July. And for supports, very near term wise, I think some support is around 124, 125. This swing low level as well as the 10-day MA. Going a bit lower will be around 121 perhaps. This horizontal level price broke out of start of October to move upwards. Yeah, so that's the two levels. Then for Micron, some resistance will be this 114 first. Then next one will be around 120. As for support, some support here, if it is 109, very short term one, then a bit lower will be around 104, 105 around here. Okay, next one is TLT, Enphase, and Adobe. Okay, TLT, I think a bit of a bounce, then came back down. I think overall in the short term wise, it's still looking a bit we're still seeing a bit of weakness because price is still like finding resistance from the 10-day moving average over there. I just bounced and then came off. Last week also bounced and came down as well. So it looks like this blue color upper support line could turn into a bit of resistance in the short term. A bit of a since bouncing from this $93 previous range, resistance, looks like it's coming back down again. So if this level can't hold, we might still see continued weakness going ahead. The next support level, I would think is probably at around close to $90 to $91 this area. Yeah, for TLT. Let me just look at the 20-year bond yield as well, since it moves inversely. So for now, I think, looking at the bond yield, the 20-year bond yield chart, I think it still looks like it could go a bit higher in the near term. Since breakout of this downwards resistance line, price did a retest and then continue to find support and go upwards. And then currently it's around this 4.46 key level. So if it's able to overcome this level, I think we could still see the 20-year bond yield move upwards towards like 4.63 to 4.7 next. Then that would mean TLT could continue to pull back further. Yeah. Then next one is Enphase. And so for Enphase Energy, I think looks like some weakness currently because price is looks like can't hold this range support at 95, 96 over here. With this sell down over here last Tuesday with a bit higher volume. So that a bit retested the next support level over here close to $90, which was this previous swing low over here. Yeah, so this level must hold for some rebound, but I will still expect some resistance ahead, particularly from this breakdown level at 96. So some weakness ahead. Next support level if this $90 can't hold will be around closer to this previous level here, around 82 to 83 for Enphase. And so maybe a bit of weakness in the near term. The next one is Adobe. Yeah, so for Adobe, I think still some weakness, but I think maybe it might do a bit of a range consolidation as price is still under 505 this breakdown level, and then I'm still finding resistance from this very short term downwards resistance line as well. So, but price looks like it's holding some support over here at this 490 level. So we might see a bit of a consolidation. Key level to take note is this 505. If it breaks above, we might see some short-term bounce ahead to test like 518 or higher. Yeah, but for now, if 490 doesn't hold, then we might see some lower pullback towards 476. Yeah. So these are levels to take note. We might see a bit of a consolidation if it just stay within this area over here for now. Okay, next question is on GE, aerospace, Vernova, as well as the healthcare. Okay, first up, GE Aerospace. Yeah, GE Aerospace, I think overall still bullish chart. Since price broke out over here at 175, move higher, give a bit of range consolidation, break above 189. Then back test, act as support, and still moving up. So I think overall in terms of chart, it's still bullish. Looks like a bit of a consolidation for now between 189 to 194. So maybe just some sideways consolidation for a while, but looking at the trend wise, I think it's still quite bullish. And GE Vernova is similar as well. Yeah, the chart wise, I think quite similar. Also break. Also had a breakout of a few levels at 258, 250, 265. But price is still continuing to move higher. Yeah, so I think overall bullish trend is still intact over here. Yeah, then for GE Healthcare, it's a slightly weaker than the previous two because when look in terms of the chart, once price hit 94, which was this previous high, then it started to show some weakness. There was a pullback below 91.50 over here, and then a bit of a consolidation at lower levels. So I think we need to see price try to go back above this $92 level to test this swing high at 94 again, regain back some strength. If not, if price does break below this 89.70, then we might see some downside maybe towards closer to 87.70 about there. So looking at this one, looking a bit weaker compared to the other two mentioned just now. Okay, there's a question. Celsius price movement seems to be consolidating. Is it still a buy? So last week, I initiated a technical buy for Celsius because I think starting to look a bit better. Yes, for now it's still consolidating. We're still finding some resistance from this swing high over here, 35.70. I think overall, as long as price is still maintaining above 31.70, this level over here, which was this prior breakdown, I think it's still more positive for some upside buyers. Because I was thinking over here below 31.70, price actually recovered over here with a gap up with high volume. So there might be a possibility of false breakdown taking place over here. As long as price can maintain above this level, do a bit of consolidation and try to break above 35.70, then price could move upwards. Yeah, but for now it's just some consolidation. So let's see how it goes, whether it can hold this level and move upwards afterwards. Okay, then this question is on applied materials and HSY. Yeah, so for applied, I think generally the chart is range from between 173 to about 213. Yeah, after Tuesday there was this sell down over here, high volume. Yeah, price broke a few support. Broke a bit 197 support level as well. So then currently around next level around 186. So look, maybe some consolidation over here. Maybe some consolidation over here. But some resistance will come in around 193 to 197, I think, in the short term. Yeah, then if price is unable to hold the Wednesday, Thursday swing lows at 183, we might see some further pullback towards lower support levels like 174, 175. So some short-term weakness ahead. But I think overall, still looking at a bit of this range over here for applying. Next one is Hershey, HSY. Yeah, for Hershey, I think generally the long big picture is quite range one as well, mainly between 179 to 205 over here. Currently we are seeing some pullback. Yeah, since price broke down below 189. Currently a bit of a bounce since testing this higher resistance at 184. So maybe some short-term bounce, but I would think maybe some consolidation between 184 to 189 currently. Yeah. But if price breaks below this 184, then we might see some further weakness ahead to test. Next support level is probably 180 to 181 about it. And so far, that's for Hershey. I think maybe some sideways. Hi Melvin. Your questions, the stocks, Lulu, Nike, and LVS. Yeah. So for the iShares Semicon ETF, I think possibly a false breakout over here. Yeah, since after Tuesday, the semicons had a sell off take place. So if price is unable to get back above 237, then I think we could be looking at some further weakness ahead for the stocks ETF. And then some short-term support will probably be this 222 over here in the short term. And for Lululemon, I think, yeah, looks like just trading within this trend channel or a bit of a bearish flag if we're looking in the longer term. But I think price action wise, actually looking better recently because after this, it was generally in the range between 260 to 280. But then last week actually we saw a break above this 280 to try to test the channel resistance over here at 295 as well as this horizontal resistance. So for now, let's see whether it's able to hold above this 280 again. If it does, we might see it's possible that price try to break out of this channel with this sort of short-term strength last week. Now, then let me try to find the next resistance level could be around like 304, 305 over here, which was previously this breakdown level, and then also another horizontal level over here as well. Yeah, so for Lululemon, looking a bit better after last week, since breaking out this 280 level. Yeah, then for next one is Nike. I think Nike, for now, I think it looks like nothing too much. Still just quite range bound between $80 to about $85. Yeah, so above 85, there's still some resistance that comes from this downwards resistance line over here. So above 85, I would think resistance might come at 87 to 88. Also a gap filled area over here. Below 80, next support level will be around 77 about it. So I think for now, nothing too much. I think likely just consolidating sideways in the short term. And the next one is LVS Las Vegas Sands. Yeah, Las Vegas Sands, I think for now, maybe looks like some consolidation taking place. Yeah, just trading sideways. Some short-term support I think will be around 50 to 50.7, 50.8 for now. Then resistance is from 53.20 to next one is around 55.10. Yeah, so I think for now we might still see some consolidation taking place for now for LVS. Okay, hi, Boosting Encounters, VIST, MicroStrategy, and EEM. Okay, next one is Vistra Energy. Okay, so for Vistra Energy, I think the short term still quite range bound, but I think still looking a bit better for now because we have this a bit of a higher low build up over here, while resistance still maintaining rather constant at $50. Yeah, so as long as price is still holding above this 46.50 over here, which is tested twice recently, above this swing low over here at 44, things maybe still a bit more positive. Yeah, but just still quite range bound resistance at $50. Next one, there's also some resistance over here at 52 as well. So I think maybe still quite range bound. If it breaks above 50, then it might test 52. Our next question is micro strategy. Yeah, MicroStrategy has seen quite a strong rally over here. I think overall still quite bullish. Yeah, so because price price is still maintaining above previous resistance area over here between 172 to 182. Then another thing is that on a weekly basis still above this previous high at 198. This previous swing high at 198. As of for now, and yeah, in terms of moving averages, is you can see that it's holding the red line, which is the 10-day MA as support as well. So overall, still looking at quite bullish for now. Maybe a bit of a consolidation could take place. Yeah, since there was quite some volume taking place start of last Monday, a bit of a maybe people taking a bit of a profits over here. So if it does retest this level around 226, 227, we might see some resistance again. So maybe some short-term consolidation. But as long as price is still holding above the short-term MAs and as well as 198, I think still rather bullish for MicroStrategy. The next question is AEM. AEM is Anico Eagle Mines. So for this counter, I think quite range bound, but last Friday possible breakout above resistance of this 83 to 85 area. Yeah, so I think maybe price could continue to move higher to maybe test this trend line resistance. Next recent level could be around $90 to 91 next for this counter. The next question is Exxon, Gilead, and Disney. Yeah, so for ExxonMobil, short-term weakness because price came back down below this 121.60 previous swing high level. Was initially holding as a support over here, bounce, but then from Tuesday there was a gap down and price has remained underneath it for 4 trading days. So with that, I think some short-term weakness where support became resistance, we might see price test this previous strong horizontal resistance at 118.6. It might become a support next. Yeah, so maybe some sideways consolidation. Okay, next one is Gilead Sciences. I think overall still trading within this uptrend channel in blue. So that's okay. Then in terms of the recent price action, also positive. Price still maintaining above this range breakout at 84.30 as well. So I think yeah, we could still see some upside ahead for Gilead Sciences. Then in terms of some resistance, if it does retest the channel resistance again, next level could be closer to $90. Yeah, for some near-term resistance. Okay, for Disney, I think looks like a bit of a range bound pattern for now, largely between $92 to about 97.50. I think yeah, price action last week, I think it's positive because yeah, still forming higher swing highs along the higher highs and higher lows along the way over here. Let me see whether I can draw a channel out. Yeah, and then last Wednesday over here, price also break above this 95.20. This is over here to retest this 97.50 level. So I think as long as price can maintain higher lows uh, above this recent resistance breakout, we might see some continued upside for the discounter to maybe test the next resistance would be maybe test the next resistance over here around 98.70 to about $100 area next for Disney. Okay, hi Wing Hong. Red, your counters are red wire and how many? Yeah, so for red wire, I think some bullish action recently. Yeah, price last week break above this 8.2 resistance level, also still standing above it, holding resistance as a support. Also 8.8, there was also some resistance back over here. So I think for now, some short-term resistance still holding at 8.8. If you can break through again this week, I think we could see higher highs ahead. Next key level might be around 9.8 to about $10 area for red wire. The next one is Howmet. Yeah, for this color, okay, I think it's at the all-time highs currently, so definitely feel very strong. Price might be just putting along the support line over here as well. And then recently, there's also a break above this horizontal resistance at 104. So I think overall still very strong. In the short term, as long as price is maintaining above this our support line, I think still okay. Above 104, then I think you might still see higher highs going ahead for how many. Okay, the next counters are Boeing, Palo Alto, and CrowdStrike. So for Boeing, I think just some slow pullback recently, but just then rebound after touching some support 147, 148. Currently we are seeing a bit of a gap up. Yeah, so I think the price might test some resistance over here at 162, 163, then uh just continue to trade sideways. Yeah, then I think to try to reverse, I think we must still see whether price uh can hold this resistance 157, which was quite a strong resistance. If it can turn into a support and move upwards, then I think we could see some short-term reversal ahead. Yeah, but for now, maybe just still some range bound kind of pattern, yeah, for Boeing. And then for Palo Alto, I think last week just sideways, but I think it's still positive. Because still holding above prior resistance at 365, then slightly underneath 380 day swing high resistance. So perhaps like a bull flag taking place over here. As long as price is still holding above 365, I think it's still positive. But then if we can break above 380, then we might see uh higher highs ahead. And the next question is CrowdStrike. Yeah, for CrowdStrike, I think last week after testing this trendline resistance, it do a bit of a pullback going on, but I will still think it's still quite bullish because pullback to retest prior resistance at 300, still finding support for rebound. So I think maybe for now we might see a bit of a sideways range kind of pattern. Still some resistance if we test the recent high at 323 again. So maybe there's some consolidation. But as long as price is still holding this previous higher support, I think overall, looking in terms of a bit of a mid-term trend, I think it's still quite positive. Okay, next question is on Qualcomm. Okay, well, Qualcomm, I think it's still maintaining within a bit of an ascending triangle pattern. So looks like the resistance at 176 is still holding over here last week. Some support will be around here, 166 about there, as well as this our support line. So I think maybe we still see a bit of a consolidation in progress. Yeah. And if you can break above this 179, then next resistance level might come at around 186 to 192 area. Okay, hi. Can you talk more about SGX shares? Okay, yeah. So I think for this 8 to 9:15 webinar, I think I'll try to focus more on the US counters. But I think if there's time at the end, I will talk about SGX as well as Hong Kong. Then maybe I think for Monday, if you tune into the morning session, with my other colleagues, the 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. one, then that one I'll talk mainly about SGX and Hong Kong. Yeah, just to give like coverage to all the different countries. Yeah, but thanks for your comment. Next question, how do you how do you paint a scenario if US market suddenly collapse after presidential election? Well, I think the situation is always very fluid. I mean, just look at this year, we haven't seen the usual like the usual weakness that we kind of expect in September to October. I mean, September September was in the green, and October as of now is still in the green as well. So I think yeah, I think we just have to be fluid and react to kind of what the price action kind of shows us. If it collapses, I think um if it breaks below some of these levels, like for now looking at S&P breaks below 5760 for 5670, some of these previous breakout levels. And I think we could be looking at some downside after presidential election. Yeah, but we never know how it goes. So maybe until then, which is like 2 weeks away, then we see again how it goes. Yeah. Next question is Spotify, Berkshire, Melly, and Fortinet. For Spotify, I think overall it might be trading within this rising wedge currently. Then short term wise, maybe a bit of a consolidation for now. Um, so some support at 365 about there. Then if it does retest the wedge, we might see maybe like 350s over here. Then resistance will be this recent high around 387, 390 is also the wedge resistance. So I think for Spotify, we might see a bit of a sideways kind of price action for now. Yeah. Okay, then for Berkshire, I think looks like a breakout of the recent consolidation at 460 resistance. Yeah, as long as price is holding above this level, I think we could see some bounce ahead. Next level of resistance will be around close to 475. The next one is around 480, close to 485. Yeah. Yeah, then for Mercado Libre, looking at the longer term trend, I think it's positive because yeah, previously there was this swing high recent 1970 double top. Then price broke out of it in August, did a retest and still holding as support. So mainly for now, I think it looks like some consolidation for now. Just some range consolidation with resistance at 2140, the main one. So I think then in a bit of a shorter term, this breakdown level at around 2090 will be a bit of a short term resistance. So for now, maybe some consolidation over here. If you can break above 2090, then you might go on to test this 2140 again. Then just a bit of a looks like a bit of a consolidation for now still. And next question is 40net. Yeah, for 40net, I think overall still I think it's still bullish. Price a bit of a pullback currently after it broke below this short-term support level 82. But some level of support over here at 79.60. The next one is around $78. Yeah, so looking at a bit longer term trend, I think since here I think it's still quite bullish. Maybe a bit of a consolidation for now. 80 with $82 and 83.70 as some resistance. Okay, hi James, your contacts LW, NNE, and GIS. LW is Lamb Western. Okay, for Lamb Western, I think yeah, generally it's been on a downtrend since July last year. Quite a lot of gaps for this counter. Yeah, on Friday there was a gap up 10%. I'm not sure why. Also on some volume, but it's retesting this prior support level. And so over here we might see still some resistance for now. So it might do maybe some sideways consolidation going ahead. But if it's able to hold a higher low, then it's maybe possible to do a bit further bounce to test the next area of resistance at 82 to about 85 maybe. Yeah, then for NNE, it's nano nuclear. Yeah, for nano nuclear, I think short term wise, it might be trading within this channel over here. I'm expecting some resistance over here around the 2350 level because the converse of the channel resistance as well as this previous support breakdown. So over here, we might still see maybe some a pullback from resistance, but support will likely hold at this recent area of where it broke out from around $18 over here. So maybe some sideways consolidation. Yeah, then if it can break above this 24 level again, then we might see some upside towards 2840 and 3170 about that. Yeah, just levels by levels for this counter. Then GIS, it's General Mills. Yeah, for General Mills, I think it looks like some bearish reversal is taking place for now. Price consolidating at the top over here. Then some weakness recently when there was a breakdown below this 7170 level. back test, but still finding resistance with this high over here. Then also price on Friday breaking below this next level of prior resistance at $70.50 about it. So I think overall, price is pulling back. We might see some further pullback downwards to test next level of support, maybe like 68 over here, which was this range support previously. Okay, next one is Twilio. So Twilio, I think overall still trending just a bit of a sideways for now, but overall still okay since the breakout of this range consolidation. As long as price is still holding above 60, 67, 60, as well as this 70 area, which was this prior range support area. I think overall still positive. Then if you can break the recent resistance at like 71.50 about there, then we might see price go higher to test 70, 72.40 next, then maybe like 75 next. Then next one, Teva. Teva, I think okay, still it's like some price still holding 17.40 prior resistance and support. Then Tuesday over here break out this downward short-term downward resistance sign to test a swing high over here again at 18. So I think overall, if you can hold like this 1770 as this as a support and rebound, I think we could see maybe price test next level of resistance higher at around 1840, 1850 next, which was this breakdown level here. Now for Melco, looks like some weakness going currently with a breakdown. Yeah, just some sideways over here, and then price broke down below 7.6. So with that, maybe we could see some weakness to close out this gap over here and retest some lower supports like 6.6 about there. And then for Anaptys Bio, I think for now still some sideways range bound between 31.50 to 35.70 about there. Then if you can see a breakout of this 35.70, then maybe then perhaps we could see a retest of 39 resistance again. Okay, then I think there's a question for energy stocks. Okay, maybe I'll just talk about the energy sector ETF as a whole, which is the XLE Spider energy sector ETF. Looking at the chart, price, there was a breakout of this falling wedge over here, and then this resistance at $90, still holding as support. So I think overall for now it's the price is pull back to this support area that I think if it holds, we might see some rebound again towards like to test like $93 this resistance, and maybe some range bound for now. Yeah. So that's probably for the energy sector at a bit of a support for now. Then we can, if we see some price rebound, then we might see some consolidation. Okay, I think there's quite a few questions for Hong Kong currency. We still have about 10 minutes. I'll talk about them. First one is web. Okay, for Crab, I think yeah, still a bit of a pullback below this support breakdown level 33.90. Looking in terms of MA wise, yeah, I would still expect this You can see the 10-day and the 20-day is pulling resistance also at 33.90. I would still expect maybe still a bit of a downside pullback. There's this huge gap over here, so maybe a bit of if it does retest like 30, sorry, if it does retest maybe at $30, like, because previously 29.40 to 30, this was a previous resistance. So if it does come back a bit lower towards here, then I would think maybe here is a support where price could bounce from. But overall, for now, I think looks like probably a continuation of pullback. Things that moving average are still turning downwards. So some very short-term resistance ahead, like this 33.90. Yeah, then for Alibaba, I think some rebound since testing this previous swing high resistance at 96, a bit of rebound, but I think price might still be finding resistance from this downwards line over here, which is also there's also it's currently still under the 5-day moving average as well. 10-day and 20-day is also at this level at 102. Yeah, so still maybe some resistance pressure over here, especially since price actually was a bit of a consolidation over here. Then, since this red candle, price hasn't managed to actually break or close above this 103 level as well. So I think if we see maybe a breakdown of like 95, we could see maybe some slight further pullback ahead to test maybe 91 to 92 over here, the next support level. Then you might see another bounce again for Alibaba. Yeah, then there's also a question of Futu. Yeah, Futu, I think the chart also quite similar. Yeah, currently, yeah, since the breakdown of 101 over here, since a bit of weakness still, um, yeah, so over here, if price comes down a bit lower to sort of retest this area between 80 to 85, then I think we might see some support again, even if it's a previous resistance. Okay, then there was a question on Hang Seng Index. For Hang Seng Index, I think yeah, I think it might be still just consolidating this short-term downward channel for now. Yeah, so looking since the rally over here, there was this last week we saw a pullback to the 50% FIBO support level at 20,100. And confirming the gap fill over here, a bit of a slight bounce taking place. But in terms of moving averages, you can see the 10 and 20-day are still posing a bit of resistance over here at 20,800, which today there was a bit of a slight pullback again. So I think we might still see maybe some consolidation over here again. And if it does go a little bit below 61.8% support level and $19,360 about there, which is convert this swing low will be the next support level possibly for Hang Seng. Yeah, so I think overall I'm still expecting maybe still be quite sideways or a bit of quite sideways going ahead for now. Okay, next one is 939 China Construction Bank. Now for China Construction Bank, I think for now, looking at the longer term view, I think the bullish trend still intact. For now, still just some range consolidation. Price still holding prior resistance at 570, 580 area as a support. Main resistance here is around 630. But I think interesting is that recently over here we have a build up of higher low build up and resistance. So this higher low is at around $6. If price is able to maintain over here, I think it's positive for potential breakout ahead since higher lows at resistance. And then it's been consolidating, I think close to a month. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. Next question 961 is Ping An Insurance. It's JD. JD, yeah, looks like a bit of weakness, some weakness for now. Price is initially tested 160, which was this prior swing high. You can see that, over here 160 tested a bit of a bounce, but then last Wednesday there was a breakdown over here and still acting as a resistance at 160. So a bit of a short-term weakness. We also have the MAs posing a bit of resistance ahead. This with the 10-day MA at this Thursday swing high. So with that, we might see maybe still some consolidation over here or a bit of a downside if it does go on to fill this gap. Yeah, I would say the next strong support level might be if it does fill the gap at 139 over here, which is another swing high level previously, back in May. So that's my take on JD. I think still got 5 minutes, so maybe I still can take like maybe one or two questions before I close today's session. So just feel free to, if you have any more questions, just feel free to drop them in the Q&A tab. Okay, I think maybe you all don't have any more questions for today. I think okay, I see one question. Maybe I'll take this. Are China stocks ADRs on Nasdaq sharing the same behavior as Hong Kong listing? I think should be quite similar. Maybe just do a bit of a comparison, like Alibaba, the Hong Kong 19988 compared to the ADR Baba. And we can see the price is quite it's quite similar. Let me just compare both in terms of line chart. Yeah, I think it's quite the same over here. I think Okay, I think there's a question on service now and Salesforce. I'll take these two before I end today's session. Service now. Service now, I think overall the uptrend over here is still intact. Looks like a bit of a range consolidation for now still. A bit of pullback from this resistance 945. I was thinking short-term support will be this around 900, this level over here. Yeah. Then if you can form a higher low, I think it's positive for the bullish action to actually continue on this. Yeah, then for Salesforce, also still looking bullish, a bit of a consolidation for now with resistance here at 293. If price is able to break above this level, which is a prior range support breakdown over here, then we might see continued upside, maybe towards 305 to 311 things. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see a last question. Ping An Insurance. Ping An Insurance, I think looks like a bit of a descending triangle for now. Support is still holding at around 46.50 there. A bit of a downwards resistance line acting on it. For also the 10-day MA is a bit of a resistance today, around $50.50. So I think maybe still a bit of a consolidation in progress. I think we must see price hold this 46.50 level. If not, we could see maybe a possibility of a slight further pullback to test be like 43, which was this previous swing high at this breakout level during the rally over here. Yeah, so but for now, I would think it's some consolidation in a tight range for now. For Ping An. Okay, I think that's for today. Then I'll just stop sharing my screen. I'll drop the link for the survey in the chat box. Just give me a moment. Yeah, so yeah, I've dropped the survey link in the chat. Yeah, please feel free to fill it up if you have any feedback about today's session on how you can improve your experience further in future. Also, feel free to join our Podium 3 community on TA if you haven't, can download the app or using this link if you haven't. Feel free to post any questions you have on TA during the rest of the week. And when I see your question, I'll answer them as well. Also, you can join the Poems TA Telegram group at Poems TA as well. Similarly, I'll post the TA stuff there time to time. So yeah, so thank you everyone for um, joining today's webinar. Thanks for all your questions. Have a good trading week ahead, and I wish you all the best. Yeah, for the trading week ahead, and I see you again in the next session. Good night, everyone, and thank you. Bye bye.